when you do your own things, you do stuff to your own schedule, to your own standards. You find something, which is interesting, you shoot it, you make something nice, and all your friend, you show it to your friends, and they sort of nod their head and say, "Oh, that's nice." And when you enter an environment like this, you're not doing it to your own schedule or your own standards, and people aren't really going to nod their heads and say, "That's nice." They're going to sort of nod their heads and say, "Make it better." With the films I made before, I would find something really interesting, like the LARP characters. And I'd sort of message them and say, "Can I turn up sometime and ask you guys a few questions to shoot?" And they'd say, "Fine." And I'd maybe write 10 questions down and turn up maybe a week later, see what answers I got. Then when it came to the edit, I'd sort of watch through everything, be like, "Oh yeah, that bit's a bit nice, that bit's a bit nice," and then sort of slowly sort of string a story together, and then you have something which is quite nice, and it's observational.
I get to spend 3 hours a week completely forgetting all the problems of the real world, all the supervision work I should have done. I can just spend 3 hours worrying about different problems like demons coming through the walls and so on.
Whereas I'd say when we were sort of functioning at our best over the past 6 weeks, we wouldn't sort of go, we say, "Okay, we want to do this, and we want to make a 3-minute short about this, and this is what the point of it's going to be, and so therefore we need to get this shot, and this shot," and it's just the level of planning and organisation was just, I think just raised our game each time we did it, because it's just an awareness that, when you're doing more ambitious shoots and you want to make things more cohesive and you've got a sort of schedule to keep, you just realise, this isn't something you can just wander around with a camera amongst. The big advantage of having lots of tutors is that, you meet a lot of people in the industry, and I think one thing which you sort of realise is that, there is no sort of copy and paste job in television, really. Everyone has their own niche, everyone has their own personal style, everyone has their own sort of specialities. But then, just in teaching techniques as well, I think it was useful because, everyone also has different expectations as well as different specialities. And so, you get Nigel at the start, who was really good in a really sort of gentle style of teaching, which was nice when we were still kind of terrified of the cameras. But he also had a real, was a real perfectionist when it came to shots. So he'd always be, like, "You should turn a little bit, make it a little bit better." And so working with him, we had to really work to get the sort of shots he liked. Someone like Adam, several weeks later, is just, he's an editor and is pretty blunt about what he thinks is good editing and bad editing. And you sort of get to him and he says, this isn't done yet, is it? This doesn't work yet. And because of that, you raise your editing game. You're put under more pressure from external people, which is good for yourself and your own development, because you get to, because you're aware of the fact that you're going to be showing it to other people, a lot of whom are going to be sort of vastly more experienced than you. You're sort of eager to make it better for them. And you'll probably want it to be better than you would do if it was just for yourself.